Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Dupe. If this is your first time here, welcome to this channel. This is a faith and lifestyle channel. I am a blogger and YouTuber. Kindly subscribe and watch my videos and give them thumbs up. That's if you like them though. Anyways, I started my channel in 2020. That's last year. I started May 2020. And this is January 2021, and I am close to 1,000 subscribers. I am on 900 subscribers, and I hope to get to 1,000 subscribers soon. So I thought to just share some of the challenges that I experienced when I wanted to start my channel. I've been wanting to start my channel for the longest now, but a couple of things held me back. And I'm going to be sharing them today and how I overcame them. So if you know someone who wants to start a channel but is held back for one reason or the other, please share this video with them. I'm going to be sharing a number of things that limited me and how I was able to overcome these challenges. So just like anything meaningful, when you want to start anything meaningful, there will be challenges. It will not just take off easily like that. So when I wanted to start my YouTube channel, I had 1,001 reasons why I shouldn't start. I knew I wanted to start my channel. I knew I had a message to pass across. I knew I wanted to have a YouTube channel. I wanted to post videos. I wanted to talk. I wanted to share with the world. But there were many other things that were fighting against my starting. A lot of things stood in the way, but I started regardless. So I'm going to be sharing some of these things and how I overcame them, and I'm still in the process also. So the first thing I struggled with was confidence. Sitting down in front of a camera is no joke. I've been speaking for a long time. I speak to people I don't have an issue with talking to people. I don't have an issue with standing before people to talk, at least a small group of people. I've not been talking to large audience, but I've been talking to groups of people. So I don't have an issue with standing before people to talk. But you would think that, oh, since you can speak with people, standing in front of a camera to talk would be easy. But it actually isn't. When I wanted to start, I struggled with the confidence, sitting in front of the camera to talk. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know how to behave. It was just weird. So I didn't want to start for that singular reason. But I'll tell you how I overcame that. Now, the first thing I did was to start making short videos. So I would make short videos, sit down and talk, and just watch it by myself or send it to people or post it. Just short videos that I could post on my WhatsApp status and everything. So doing that helped me develop the habit. It helped me know how to start talking in front of the camera. Now, the next thing I did was I encouraged myself. I hyped myself, basically. I told myself, you can do this. This is not difficult. I encouraged myself. I inspired myself. I looked at people that started and how they have been going and how they've kept it going for years. And I told myself, you can also do this. It's not that difficult and everything. And I was able to do it. Another thing that encouraged me was money. We all know that YouTube can bring money. YouTube is a stream of income if you're consistent and if you remain at it. So I told myself, if you don't start now, if you keep allowing this lack of confidence deal with you, you're never going to start and you're never going to make the money. So the money was one of the motivation also. I encouraged myself and told myself, the earlier I started, the better. The earlier I started, the faster I would get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. So this was one of my motivation. And lastly, I started making videos constantly. So apart from the short videos I was making, I started making long videos for YouTube. And one thing about this thing is, the more you make it, the more confident you become. So that's why you can watch the first video of a big YouTuber. If you go back to their first video, you'll see how awkward it was, how uncomfortable they were in front of the camera. But when you now compare it to how they speak now on YouTube, it's very different. So standing in front of the camera consistently, just like they say, practice makes perfect. So anything that you do constantly, anything that you dedicate time to doing, you do over and over again, you get better at. So if confidence is stopping you from starting your channel, please just start talking in front of the camera. Don't be shy, don't hold back, talk the way you can talk. Of course, you improve with time, you get better. I don't expect to be speaking like this in the next few months. I'll be more settled behind the camera, I'll be more confident, I'll communicate more effectively. So it's everything gets better with time. Yes, that was the first thing. So the next thing, or more like group of things that wanted to stop me, was equipment. Everybody who wants to start a YouTube channel knows that you need a lot of things to start. You cannot just sit down one day and talk and your video will just fly to YouTube. No, you need equipment, you need your camera, you need your lights, you need your stand, you need sound, you need good sound, a lot of things. You need a lot of things. So these things wanted to stop me from starting, and I'm going to pick them one after the other and tell you what I did. The first thing you must know is that if you don't have everything you need to start, then you must learn how to improvise. If you don't know how to improvise, you're going to have a hard time. You must learn how to improvise. A lot of things will not be available from the go. And personally, I even feel like it is good if you don't have everything from the beginning. Because if you buy all of your equipment from the beginning, you have this motivation to start a channel. And you start it, and along the way, you feel like, I'm not feeling this thing anymore. I can't continue this channel. It's not my thing. I was wrong. I don't like it. Then all of your equipment, what did you buy them for? It's just go to waste. But if you start with the little that you have, you start with what you have, and you're still able to keep pushing, making videos regardless of the fact that you don't have everything. Now imagine how better you're going to do when you eventually start buying everything that you need. So I feel like the first things first, your message should be in place, the desire should be in place, the dedication should be in place. Then you start with what you have, and then you begin to buy your equipment one after the other. When those things are in place, the equipment will eventually start coming little by little. But if you buy everything at once, that's not bad if you have the money. But if you buy everything at once, what happens if along the way you don't feel it anymore, you don't feel like doing it anymore? So the first thing is camera. We know how expensive cameras are. They are super expensive. If you want to get a good camera for YouTube, you're going to spend hundreds of thousands. Yes, you're going to spend hundreds of thousands. So I knew camera was an issue. It was a challenge. So I started using my phone. As we speak, I still use my phone to film. It doesn't give the best quality, but if you're watching this video with the highest YouTube resolution, this video is going to be very clear. So I started with my phone. So if you have a good phone, you have a phone that has a clear camera, clean the camera and use the back camera. The back camera is way clearer than the front camera. Clean the camera and start. You don't have to buy a camera before you start. Of course, I have plans to buy a camera. Of course, I need a camera, but I started with my phone. So that was the first thing. The next thing was lights. Light is another issue. Nobody would like to watch a video that looks dark, that is not bright, that is not inviting. So light was another issue. And what I did was I started using natural lights. So I would open windows, I would put on the lights. Natural light is actually the best. If you have access to a window close to you, open the window and let in as much sunlight as possible, and you have a good light. When you haven't bought your ring lights or whatever form of light that you want to use for YouTube, you can make do with natural light for a start. You can also use lamps, reading lamps, and your natural electricity. So that is that about that. The next thing was stand. Like I said, you have to learn how to improvise. If you don't have a tripod stand yet, you can stack up books, you can stack up things together and put your phone or put your camera on it to film. The next thing is sound. My sound was an issue when I started. I was not loud enough. I didn't have a mic. But as time went on, I got a mic because I realized I needed it. So if you don't have a mic yet, you don't have a good sound yet, try to speak out. Let your voice be audible. Let people be able to hear you. That is it. So I think that's all I have here. But basically, if you don't have all the equipment you need, You don't need to have all of the equipment to start. All you need is the motivation to start and a message. You need to have ideas on what you want your channel to be about. Every other thing you can improvise it and start, but don't remain at that level. Don't say because you were asked to improvise so you continue to improvise forever. No, of course you should grow. With time you should keep rising, you should keep getting better. As you get one tripod today, tomorrow you get a camera, the following day you get this, you get that. That's fine. My point is, don't remain on the same spot. If you've been wanting to start a YouTube channel, the time is now. In fact, the best time was yesterday. The second best time is now. The earlier you start, the better. Nobody wants to keep doing something that will not profit them. YouTube can profit you, but you have to start on time and you have to give it what it takes. So don't let any of these limitations keep you back. Push forth, improvise, and start your channel. So the last thing that wanted to stop me from starting my channel was asking myself if people would watch my videos. This was like the most challenging for me. I kept asking myself, what's the point of having a channel that no one was going to watch? What's the point of making videos if you're not sure people will watch it and everything? And to be honest, for this question, you can never be 100% certain that you will get a lot of views on your videos. You can never be 100% certain. You may think a video would go viral, or people would rush a particular video, or you may even think you know a lot of people and all of these people will watch your videos. But eventually, when you now start the channel, you see that it's not actually by knowing so many people. A lot of people that you know may not necessarily watch your videos. So for this one, you can never really be 100% certain about it. But if you have a good message to pass, or if you have an interesting life and you feel like you want to share your life online, or if you have something to say, or if you're good in a particular industry or niche and you want to begin to educate people in that area, please go ahead and start. People will watch. You may not start getting 1,000 views at the first video. You may not start getting 10,000 views on your second video, but eventually you will get to that point. So the best thing is just to start. That is the most important thing. Start. When you start, you learn on the job, you learn from other people, you start intentionally learning. You are no longer passively learning because you know you are not actively doing it. So you start intentionally learning ways to get better, ways to improve your channel. And that is it basically. What I told myself was, I'm going to unashamedly share my links everywhere. So that's what I do. I share my links everywhere. Even if it's just one person that clicks on it from here, at least that is one view. And that is one person that now knows about my channel. So that's how it is basically. You just start. It's when you start that opportunities will come. It's when you start that people will be able to give you a shout out. It's when you start that people will be able to share your links. If you have not started, nobody can support you. So just like every other thing in life that you're trying to kickstart, YouTube is not going to come easy. See me talking like a YouTube expert. YouTube is not going to come easy, but just start it. Just start it. So thank you so much for watching this video. What other challenges do you think people face when they want to start their YouTube channels? If there's anything that you're facing currently, leave it in the comment section below and I'll share with you how I overcame that. Please, I'm about to get to 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and get them to subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing your comments in the comment section and your like and your subscription. Please subscribe. Goodbye. Did I just say imagine? Now imagine how better you're going to be. Able to